Movie news. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. The Romeo and Juliet lawsuit, what's that about? Little Mermaid gets a rating. Elvis will have a re-release. And Gladiator 2, some talks about possible castings. But we are going to start off the show today by talking about Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner. Yes, some more information has come out. He thanks fans for support ahead of Reno Sheriff's update of tragic accident involving the snowplow. Yes, he took to his social media. Guys, let's just leave with that image. If you go over and follow his Instagram, you'll find it up there. Yeah, he looks like he's in rough shape. Well, let's talk about what happened here. What happened to him? At least he's, it looks like he's conscious. He's a little bit lucid there, right? He's able to just post a thank you note to, thank you for all your kind words. I'm too messed up now to type, but send love to you all. So there you go. And then if you follow him on the social media, you can just see all the people and all the other big celebrities that have wished him, well, prayers and well wishes. Get well. That's cool. So let's go into the details of the things that have come to light here, what's happened. This is kind of a story that's been evolving over the week because we didn't really get that much information to get going. But according to authorities, a family member was driving Renner's vehicle when it got stuck due to weather conditions near his home. The actor got his snowplow, which weighed at least 14,000 pounds, to get the vehicle out. But when he got out to speak with the family member, the machine started to roll, hitting Renner. So he got out to help him, or them, and it hit him. So what does this vehicle look like, guys? They said here, the piston bully. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I could see that weighs about 14,000 pounds. That's a high quality machine for. Does Reno really get that much snow up there for a machine like this? This is wow. So this hit him. Well, I guess he was just trying to be a good guy, help out a family member to get them out of the snow, and if that hit him, my God. Because it's got tread, like tank tracks on it, right? So those things are probably edged. Yeah, that'll cut you up pretty bad. And then just the weight of it, 14,000 pounds. My God. Yeah, that'll do some serious damage to you. But Renner looks like he's on the mend at least. We don't see what happened to the rest of his body. But yeah. Bifer de Hobbit says, wow, another Anton Yelchin accident. Well, Jeremy Renner's still with us. Looks like he's hopefully going to be able to, it looks like he's going to pull through this one. But yeah, family member borrowed his vehicle and then he got stuck in the snow. He thought, okay, well, I got the machine. I'll get out and help. And man, that sucks. After successfully towing his personal vehicle from its stuck location, Mr. Renner got out of his piston bully to speak with his family members. So this was after they got him out, too. Sheriff Darren Balamis said, at this point, it is observed that the piston bully started to roll. In an effort to stop rolling, Mr. Renner attempts to get back into the driver's seat of the piston bully. Based on our investigation, it's at this point that Renner is run over. Oh, God. Yep. Hit by a machine like this. Damn. But people are just going to be like, Jeremy Renner, he's a good dude. And it sounds like, he's somebody that you could like hang out with and have a pint with, right? He was just helping someone stranded in the snow. Well, as a family member. He was always helping others. So, man, just some more details that came to light there. If you want to go over and read that Hollywood Reporter, it's going to be up all over the big trades today, guys. And I'm going to post a small little short about it today because I got some feedback saying that they like this show and they like this channel, but they would prefer it if I could chop these stories up into little bits. We'll see what we can do, if we can accommodate that. But now that you know what's happened, you know what the machine looks like. Looks like he's on the mend. Just a quick little update there for Jeremy Renner. And yeah, wishing you for a speedy recovery, man. All right, you're watching Mirror Domains Movie News. We do a live news show there, 11 a.m. Monday to Friday. Eastern, 11 a.m. Eastern, and there are all my other social media handles that you can follow right there. Let's continue on with some more movie news headlines by taking a look at what Gladiator 2. Is there? Wait. Yeah, we've heard that there's talks for a Gladiator 2, that Ridley Scott wants to do this. So, Gladiator 2 looking for lead actors as development picks up. A new report reveals that director Ridley Scott is currently looking to cast lead actors. But I'm not sure as if he's got any studio that wants to go ahead and make this. I'm sure somebody out there will jump on it. But Ridley Scott's been kind of hit and miss with his works lately. That, yeah, people like The Martian. They thought he would return to form, but then he comes around and does other things where it just makes you scratch your head as to what the heck is going on. So apparently the script is finished now more than a year after Scott revealed that the Gladiator 2 script is complete. A new report from Puck News reveals that the director is looking to cast lead actors for the sequel. I don't even know what the heck that is. I don't. So you got to take this maybe with a grain of salt, right? Other details regarding the project, such as its plot, whether Crow will return, remain unknown. But the latest report is promising to step forward. Actually entering production. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Now, I think it would be just another tale of a gladiator in that time period, because we know what happened to Maximus. I mean, it's kind of hard. If you haven't seen the first film, guys, come on, spoiler alert. He dies, and he has a noble end. I like that ending quite a bit, actually. So it's just kind of like the villain was Joaquin Phoenix's villain was taken care of as well. So it's kind of like, where do you go in this storyline other than just having more gladiators? And I could see that. I don't know if this project's ever going to happen. I really don't. Gladiator 2 and momentum seemingly building. The movie is yet officially to have the green light. So yeah, you can have your script, Ridley Scott, and you can have your name attached to be the director, but like, it's been 22 years now, and hey, it worked for Top Gun Maverick, but these characters, Maximus, he's not going to be in that movie. And what would you do, a prequel? Would that really be Gladiator then? Because he wasn't a gladiator, right? I don't know. I do not know. But he's looking for an actor, so he's trying to get this thing rolling is what's happening here with Gladiator 2. He's got the script. He wants to do it. He wants to find an actor to be attached to it so he can go to a studio and say, okay, I got a script. I got myself as a director. I got an actor. It's going to cost in this ballpark. Let's make this movie. That's what's going to happen. And that's kind of like, I don't know if that's going to work for, like, even the higher end act, like if anything from the box office that taught us last year, that even the big directors, they don't deliver all the time with box office results. There we go. They don't deliver with box office results all the time. Like, they deliver some pretty good films, but they just don't make money. People don't want to go out and see it. So it's kind of like, is the time ripe right now for a Gladiator 2? And how connected could it be to be warranted called Gladiator 2, right? That's the kind of thing. Arglass Viking says, swords and sandal epics have always done well. We're due another movie, so why not? Well, as you can see, it's kind of like he's passionate about it. He's passionate about it, but is that enough? And who that? Yeah, he's doing Napoleon right now with Joaquin Phoenix, right? So he's working with Joaquin Phoenix again. I guess maybe that's why, because Joaquin Phoenix was the emperor there in Gladiator, right? And I don't think Napoleon's going to do much money, and it's not going to be a big blockbuster. They got to stop Hollywood's got to stop putting money into these kinds of passion projects that just, they're more like streaming movies. It's terrible for me to say, but it's kind of like it is. Because what was it? The Last Duel that he did had huge actors in it. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Didn't do anything at the box office. It was a bomb, complete bomb, right? And Napoleon, I think, is going to be set up for the same kind of thing. You just, it's kind of like, I've never agreed with this statement that you should just let the artist make the movie that they want to make and not interfere with their vision. And then if we like it, then we like it. And if we hate it, then we hate it. I never agreed with that, because there's something about but the audiences, they know what people want to see. They can go to the internets, they can come to channels like this and see the fandom out there for what people want to see, and they're like, no, but I don't want to put that in my film. I don't want to put something that people want to see in my film. I'm the artist here. I tell you what you want to see. And it's like, okay, but how many times do we have to spin our wheels like this for you to finally get the point? No, just make what people want to see. James Cameron seems to know that. And look at Avatar 2. He gave what people wanted to see, more blue people. And he delivered in spades. So, yeah, Ridley Scott should just take a page. Listen to what people want to see from a Gladiator 2. Yeah. I mean, seriously, does anybody ever want to see a Napoleon movie? Seriously? I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked there. Elvis was one of my favorite movies of last year, and it's going to get a re-release. So let's take a look. Elvis movie to screen for free in 10 cities in honor of the King's birthday. Okay, Baz Luhrmann's. Guys, Austin Butler, if you haven't seen Elvis and you live in one of these cities, we'll take a look at which cities they are for the King's birthday. Go check out this movie. It's definitely worthwhile. On January 8th, the King will be turning 88. Okay. Jailhouse Rock. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these cities. Confirmed cities will be Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Kansas City, Los Angeles, New York City, San Francisco, Toronto. Okay, wow. If you want to go see a free screening at Toronto, wow. You can go see it there, and Vancouver. It will also screen at Graceland in Memphis. Each of these free screenings will start at 5 p.m. except for LA, which starts at 4 p.m. The Graceland screening also starts at 2 p.m. So there you go, free screening for his birthday. Just look it up. Guys, it's totally worthwhile to check that out. Napoleon. Yeah. Yeah. Elvis, for free select theaters, January 8th. So that's just this, was that Saturday? No. Yes. No, Sunday. Sunday. So this Sunday, coming up Sunday, guys, free screenings of Elvis in those select cities. At those theaters, go check this out up on MovieWeb has got this listed. And as I'm sure Deadline there says that they also got a free screening for Elvis. One of my favorite movies of the year. I think I ranked number 8, right? Yeah. Elvis. Great movie. Go check it out. And that gave us what we wanted to see. Elvis singing. And it showed like his problems with the drugs and trying to balance his professional life with his addictions and stuff like that. So it went into some of that subject matter, which I really appreciated. All right. Little Mermaid comes out this year, and we got a rating. We got a rating for The Little Mermaid. And what is it? The Little Mermaid has been rated PG. Talking about delivering what people want to see. Did people really want to see a live-action remake, or a live-action Little Mermaid going by what the past live-action Disney remakes like Pinocchio? No, people don't want to see these live-action remakes. But they continue to shove them down our throats anyway. And actually, I have high hopes for The Little Mermaid. I really do. I'm waiting for that first trailer that I think we'll probably get around the Super Bowl time, maybe sometime this month, where we'll actually get to see what Ursula looks like. We just saw the teaser of her, and Halle Bailey is going to be playing her, Ariel, and I think it's going to look okay. Disney's remake of The Little Mermaid has gotten an official rating. PG for action, peril, and some scary images. Scary images. Of course, it's not exactly a surprise for the movie to be given this rating, as it's a Disney movie that needs to be appropriate for young children. But the switch to live-action movie did result in the new Little Mermaid going up higher compared to the animated version. Well, it's animated. And as I said when we looked at the trailer for it, it's the ocean, guys. It's dark. It's not going to be all bright and flashy like the animated cartoon if they want to try to maintain that sort of realistic look. And that's why I'm waiting to see what Ursula looks like. Because if Ursula does not work, then the movie's not going to work. Because it looks like Halle Bailey's got this in good hands. Like she's going to be able to nail this and knock it out of the park. Because her voice is magnificent. Okay, so PG. There we go. When is Little Mermaid coming out, James? Well, it's slated to come out May 26th. May 26th, 2023. So yeah, I would say Super Bowl time for a trailer, for a full trailer for Little Mermaid. I could see that happening, which is just over in a month, guys. So yeah, it'll be wrapping up marketing by then. Little Mermaid, PG, what do you guys think about that? Knives Out holiday. Knives Out. We really like Glass Onion, right? Rian Johnson seems to be fully on board with a Knives Out holiday special. Yeah. Did you guys see that Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special? I didn't. I just never bothered to watch it. I'm sorry. But it seems like people really enjoyed it. And if that kind of holiday special motif has a kind of a resurgence, I could see a Knives Out holiday special. Just a fun little campy romp, 40-minute romp. Rian Johnson had an excited response to the suggestion of a Knives Out holiday special. Okay. Well, what did he say? He said here in the article, OS, what about a holiday special? Somebody asked him. So, is that an enthusiastic response? It's just such a weird thing right now because I'm starting to work on writing my next mystery movie while he's starting to work on Knives Out 3. Right? A Muppet? A Muppet Knives Out? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to guess where we're going to go next. Maybe is a fool's errand. Now, the door's open for anything. They could do anything with the Benoit Blanc character, right? That's what I really like about this series is that they're all self-contained movies within themselves. You don't need to watch the previous one to know what the heck's going on. It's just more stories with Benoit Blanc. And I'll watch Daniel Craig as this character for every chance that I get because it was just that much fun. But a holiday special, it doesn't seem like it's going to be out of the ballpark for Rian Johnson, according to him. So what do you guys think about that? Let's take a quick little break here, guys, and I'll tell you what's on the channel here in case you, if this is your first time here. We do, series watch-alongs for things like Wednesday, The Peripheral, Andor, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, and in a little bit we'll be doing a full live watch-alongs for Last of Us. Well, I'll talk about that once we get to a story about that. But we do trailer reactions. Later on today we'll be doing a trailer reaction for Evil Dead Rise for a trailer that's supposed to drop today. And then on Friday, guys, we'll be watching Christian Bale's new movie, The Pale Blue Eye, on Netflix. Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, guys. We'll be doing a full movie watch-along for The Pale Blue Eye. And talking about Glass Onion, I had to bring this up. We did a full movie reaction for, Glass Onion. Man, we had a whole bunch of fun with that. Go check that out. Full movie reaction. On the weekends, we do a Horror Weekly Roundup where we talk about all the horror movie news headlines that drop during the week. And then, of course, we do movie news live here right 11 a.m. Guys, and if anything else drops, like a big trailer or a big movie news headline that I just need to talk about, then, I post that up on the channel pretty quick. It's a 24-hour news cycle, so if I miss something, then, hey, we'll get to it the next day, and hey, it's a live show, so if you guys like to talk in the live chat, by all means, chat each other up. All right, let's talk about that Evil Dead Rise trailer, guys, because it hasn't quite dropped yet as of 11:20 a.m., but we saw the teaser for it yesterday, and we got a poster for it as well. Evil Dead Rise, first poster teases a frightening family connection. And yeah, that mother looks pretty creepy. Let's just see if I can post that up in a bigger image here. Yeah, there we go. That's the official poster. Mommy Loves You to Death. The original classic Evil Dead Rise. So it looks like it's going to be a bunch of kids. It's not going to be taking place in the woods anymore. It's going to be taking place in the condominium complex. And it looks like it's going to be a bunch of kids. The mom becomes infected, becoming a deadite, and the kids are going to be running from her. And the army of deadites, I guess, get awakened in the basement or something. I don't know. We'll check it out when the teaser drops. Could drop any moment now, guys. Seriously. So if it drops before the end of the show, we'll watch it. We'll watch it during the show here, and then I'll post my reaction for it. I'll cut it out and post my reaction for it separately, because that's what people want me to do. All right. Lee Cronin is directing this one, right? First poster, Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, so we've been following this project. We'll definitely be talking about this a lot more on the Horror Weekly Roundup for sure, because this will be one of many horror fans' most anticipated movies of the year. How Evil Dead Rise will be different, well, I just told you, because it's not taking place in the woods. Bruce Campbell's not going to be in this, but apparently it's still going to be connected to his mythos, and not necessarily the 2013 version, right? So I'm really curious to see what's going to be in this trailer. That could drop any moment. So pay attention to that. When does this Evil Dead Rise come out? April 21st. April 21st is when Evil Dead Rise comes out, guys. And that poster is pretty creepy, man. That's creepy. That mother looks like the woman out of Smile. It does. It is. Yeah, maybe they're just trying to capitalize on that. Good call there, Hourglass Vikings. With the smile. So when that trailer drops, we'll do a reaction. It'll be up on the channel later on today, guys. Was the Muppet Time Murders a Muppet version of Knives Out? Melissa McCarthy was pretty good. Was it? Is that why they showed that image there of the Muppets with Benoit? Is that what they were? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Muppet Time Murders. Yeah, I remember that. I don't think I ever saw it, though. And I guess you said that Melissa McCarthy was good in it, huh? Well, we'll check it out. Okay. This was kind of a bit of a longer story, and was supposed to be the bulk of it, but I don't know if we're, I don't know. Let's just talk about it. Box office projections for 2023. People have come out with their list as to what's going to be the biggest haul. Is it going to be Megan? No. Is it going to be Little Mermaid? No. Is it going to be Flash? Barbie? No. But maybe Dead Reckoning. Mission Impossible. Let's take a look at what their box office projections for 2023 are. Will Tom Cruise and Super Mario save movie theaters? No, I think Avatar is saving movie theaters right now. And actually, I went out and saw Puss in Boots, and that was pretty full last night too. Puss in Boots was pretty full. But I guess it was a kids' movie, and the kids still have the week off here. They don't have to be in school. So let's take a look at their things, for their projections here. Sure Things, Megan. That comes out tomorrow, guys. Megan comes out tomorrow, and I'm seeing it at 5 p.m. tomorrow, so pay attention for my straight out of the theater reaction. Should be up around, actually, I got to run after that, so it'll be up around 9 p.m., or 10 o'clock. I don't know. Well, I'll get it up. January tends to be a box office dead zone, so yeah. May 5th has Guardians of the Galaxy. That one will do okay. That'll make a... I'm thinking about 500... No, I'm thinking about 700,000. Sorry, 700 million for Guardians. I don't know if it's going to make $1 billion. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be big. My niece was really looking forward to that when we saw the trailer for that during Puss in Boots. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah, that one, July 14th. That'll be a big one. That'll be a big one. Safe bets are Super Mario. Super Mario, despite everybody ragging on Chris Pratt's voice for that first teaser, I think the bulk of people have come around and said, this looks interesting. I want this to work. And I'm on that boat too. The thrill factor is there. Yeah, thrill factor, chill factor. Verdict, it's me, huge. Fast X. Ooh, now this one I find is a little bit questionable. Fast 10, May 19th. We haven't even gotten a teaser for this yet. And it's coming out May 19th. I don't know, guys. The trajectory of the Fast movies have been going down. Like the last one only made 700 million. But they say, well, James, that was during the pandemic. It was during the pandemic. But it's just the consensus coming out of Fast 9 was the ridiculous stunts have become way too much. And I'll tell you this. If Fast 10 drops a trailer that has a ridiculous stunt in it, it's not even gonna make 500 million. And I'll tell you this: most of Fast 10's money will be made internationally because international audiences just haven't caught quite on to the fact that it's a shtick and it's outlived its welcome mostly in the domestic market here in North America, because the North American numbers are not going to be big for this. That's what I predict. Little Mermaid, as I said, it really depends on that trailer. It really depends on that trailer. If Ursula looks good and you capture that magic, it can work. And I would just say this. Okay, have live action. If you want to try to make the ocean look dark and bleak, change the color grade. Make it bright. That's what I would do. Just go in, adjust the gain or whatever you have to do, the brightness factor, and make that bright. That's what I would do. Barbie's going to that's going to be a success. Barbie's in good hands. It's got enough curiosity going on about it. Like, is it going to be good or not? Do I want to see it? I don't think most people want to see the Barbie movie. That one will be okay. Question marks. Cocaine Bear. No, Cocaine Bear is kind of a schlocky. Cocaine Bear is kind of like, it's kind of like this year's Jackass Forever. That's what that's going to be. Because you watched the trailer, it was silly, it was over the top, and I hope Elizabeth Banks delivers with it. I really do. Dungeons and Dragons, you're putting that on the question marks. I think Dungeons and Dragons will be okay, unless it completely sucks, which is a possibility because the last Dungeons and Dragons movie was not very good. But I got high hopes for it. I think that one will do okay. I don't think Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I don't think that's a question mark either, because it's got the fan base for it. It doesn't have that cloud hanging over it from the original author, like the Harry Potter movies do. And people just want to return to that world and see what's going on with the younger President Snow. Yeah, and Rachel Zegler. There you go. There they are right there. A love story. What makes him evil? What turns him into the bad guy, right? Or has he just always been a bad guy? And why does this girl fall in love with him? So, yeah, people will go see that. Wonka. I thought Wonka got pushed. December 15th. They're putting December 15th for Wonka? I thought Wonka got pushed, man. I thought it did. Because I haven't heard anything about this. December 15th, yeah, 2023. Because I thought I heard a report that it got pushed to 2024. Okay, all right. That one's I wouldn't say, well, if it's meant for kids, then I think it'll be okay. Big Risks, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. No, yeah, even if it's a terrible Transformers movie, that'll make enough money, because this movie will be just like Fast 10, where it'll make a lot more money on the international stage than in the domestic. Unless it is really good like Bumblebee. If it continues that Bumblebee magic, then as long as we stay away from the Bayverse style of Transformers movies, then people will be on board with it. The Flash is a huge question mark. And everything from DC this year will be a huge question mark. The Flash, Aquaman, that'll be the question marks, because now that we know that they're completely rebooting everything, which sometime this month, we're going to hopefully get some slate. They were supposed to reveal the slate. James Gunn and Peter Safran were supposed to tell us what the slate's going to look like going forward here. So we'll know what's in and out, right? And it looks like The Flash is not going to continue on after this. Well, so that's a big question mark. Wish, I don't even know what the heck Wish is. Ariana DeBose, never even heard of it. Disney. Killers of the Flower Moon on Apple. Yeah, that's that Martin Scorsese pick that's over $200 million for something. For God's sakes! Again, this is exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. And this has to change. This has to change. Because Killers of the Flower Moon's not going to make it's not going to make that money back And this will be the second time that somebody's backed Scorsese for this kind of amount of money, and he's not returning it to you. So why do you keep on giving the money to him? Because it's Martin Scorsese. That's why. It just frustrates me because these guys champion the art form. They do. Scorsese, Spielberg, and they get these projects, these passion projects, because they're coming down to their last years and they want to make something that they want to feel proud about that they earned. But it's kind of like Fabelmans didn't do well, and I loved it. I like Scorsese's films. I like The Irishman, but Killers of the Flower Moon, as big as the cast as it is, DiCaprio is not necessarily a name that'll because of Don't Look Up. I'm thinking about Don't Look Up, right? It's kind of like I'm very curious about this film. I want to see it, but I don't know. Like for 200, why does it cost 200 million? It's not a visual effects film. It's not. I don't understand. Am I not reading that right, guys? It's just a little bit frustrating. It is. I guess it's just if you follow the movie news like I do, then you kind of like it's just like very questionable decisions. We'll see. Let's move on to this. Let's keep that on with the kind of negative news, and then we'll try to pull ourselves back up with this Romeo and Juliet lawsuit. Romeo and Juliet stars sue Paramount for child abuse over nude scene. Yeah, in that 1968 version of Romeo and Juliet, these actors and actress, she was like 15 and he was 16, and they had a nude scene. Gross. And I think I saw this version in grade 11. Oh God. Now that I don't remember the nude scene, I'm not going to look up the nude scene now that I know that they were that young. That's just, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. But it's kind of outrageous. As outrageous as that is, it's not as outrageous as the compensation that they're looking for. They are seeking damages believed in excess of $500 million. Why? That much. $500 million. You were exploited. And this is carried on for over 50 years. I sympathize with you. I do. But $500 million? You're not going to, you want something, don't you want to win the case? You want to win your case, because apparently if you're suing for this amount, and you felt like it's damaged you for your entire career, like not even the biggest movie stars today earn $500 million. I would try to at least say for something of the equivalent, right? But I don't know the details and the nuance of the story, I suppose. These articles will only tell you so much, right? That they were naive at the time. But then you read some of it where it's kind of like in a 2018 interview, Husey defended the nude scene. So just but 4 years ago, you defended the scene. Now you're suing them for it. I just kind of like, it's muddy, right? I think something should be awarded to them, some kind of compensation, or, but it's kind of like, don't overreach, guys. Because that is gross. And that's a lot of, this is why I have a lot of difficult going back and watching older movies from back then. I really do. Because it was a different machine back then. Standards weren't in place. HR standards weren't in place to protect people like this from this kind of a situation. The casting couch. That's why I still have like from last year's Babylon, trying to romanticize that era of movie making. Well, Babylon was like 38 years before this, but it was kind of like, even in the 60s and stuff, a lot of that kind of bad stuff still did happen. It still happens today, James. Yes, it does. It still happens today that people get exploited. That's just the gruesome side of the business. It truly is. Because it's all about the looks. How do you look? What can you do for me? It's disgusting. And I wish them the best in their case. I do. I hope some kind of reckoning happens to them, some kind of resolvement, so they can finally close that chapter off in their life and they can just move on. That's what I wish for them. Yeah. All right. Last of Us. Let's move on. The Last of Us comes out this month, guys, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be on HBO Max, which means it's going to be on Crave here in Canada. Pedro Pascal and the young girl from, well, she's not young anymore, James. She's from Game of Thrones, right? She's one of the heads of the households. And how The Last of Us plans to bring the zombie genre back. Is that what it was about? It was about zombies? Okay. Because we've seen a monster in the trailer. I really like the trailer for it. I'm looking forward to it. When does this come out? It comes out January 15th. So it's going to be on a Sunday, guys, on HBO. And I think they're doing episode per week, one episode per week. First episode date. Yeah, see? If it was batch, it would just say that date. So it looks like it's going to be a weekly event for us. And we will do our reactions just like we did the House of the Dragon reactions. Most people will see it Sunday night. We're going to have to do our reactions Mondays, 1 p.m. So January 16th, we'll be doing our first full live watch-along of The Last of Us here on the channel, Mirror Domains. Full live watch-along. And I hope you guys come and join us for that, because I'm looking forward to this. The only thing that I've kind of got hesitation about, it's not about the casting, is that if it's going to be about zombies. I thought it was just kind of about like a virus kind of thing. Last year, Resident Evil came out, and that was about zombies and a virus. That didn't resonate with audiences. I liked it, but most people didn't. I'll give The Last of Us the benefit of the doubt. I'll still be looking forward to it for sure. There you go. So January 16th, The Last of Us, here on the channel. By all means, come join us for sure. Our Glass Viking says if they win their case, they will definitely set out a precedent. Years of anguish and compound interest calculated by the lawyers, I guess. For the Romeo and Juliet case, Our Glass, yes. Yes. I just want them to come to peace with it, right? I think with all those kinds of victims, and I guess they were victims, right? Because they were 15 and 16. You don't really know exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life, kind of thing, and to be exploited like that, it is kind of disgusting. It truly is. I think she was in that TV version of It, right? She went on to be Audra, Billy's wife in the older version of Billy, or whatever, right? I don't think he went on to much, but I do remember this version. I don't know if I want to revisit it because of this. And I do like the play. Yeah. All right, one final TV story news, guys. Agatha Harkness spin-off, House of Darkness, adds another WandaVision returning actor. Deborah Jo Rupp is coming back. Okay, so I'm guessing that the Agatha spin-off is going to pick up with her waking up from the spell that Wanda put on her before she left Westview, right? Because spoiler alert, Wanda incapacitates her at the end, right? And makes her believe that she's just a person of the town again. I'm guessing she breaks free of that spell, and because she was part of that town, I guess she's going to be there to maybe help out Agatha. And then it'll be like flashbacks and stuff like that. We'll have to see. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But I'm looking forward to it. For sure. Yeah. Elizabeth Olsen. I don't know if she's going to be in it or not. But, yeah, Catherine Hahn. She did a great job. Very charismatic. Can't wait to see what she does with this. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. Who else was going to be in this? Aubrey Plaza, Joe Locke. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. Which reminds me, I still need to watch that one movie of hers. from last year. Right. Okay. That's pretty much all I got in the camp. Wow, we're only 40 minutes in. All right. Let's go over and take a look at the old let's start off with the Twitter. Let's start off with Twitter, and then we'll do the Reddit roundup. Let's see where we're at. All the latest news and reviews, and we'll keep our eye out for that Evil Dead Rises trailer, which will be up here if it's posted. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey on the cover of THR. It's Hollywood Reporter. Yeah, so they're going to be heavily promoting this. Okay. Interesting pictures. Pedro Pascal. He was really good in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. He really was. Well, I wonder, will Sacha Baron Cohen make an appearance in House of Harkness? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool if he did, because he's going to be he's the red guy, right? What the heck is he? Mephisto, right? He's going to be Mephisto. Yeah. Oh, Maisie Williams and Caitlin Dever were at one point in consideration for the role of Ellie in The Last of Us. Were they? Yeah, we were just talking about Maisie Williams the other day. Talking about spin-offs for Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's just, she was in New Mutants, and then she never really became much more than that, right? She's short. James, well, that shouldn't mean anything. But it is. And that's just kind of like, once again, to harken back to the negative side about Hollywood kind of thing, right? Guys, you got to remember, there's only a certain amount of movies that get made for the theater. Yeah, I wish her the best. I do. And I don't know who Caitlin Dever is. That name isn't ringing a bell. But I'm sure they did screen tests with Pedro Pascal. I think Pedro Pascal was the first person that was announced, right? Caitlin Dever. Take a look at what she's got. Oh, I could have seen her a little bit, maybe. 26 years old. Was she in Booksmart? Oh, she was in Booksmart. Okay. Yeah, that would have been an interesting casting. Oh, well. In an alternate universe, they were. Bella Ramsey got the role. The U.S. poster for Emily, Emma Mackey, and Oliver Jackson Cohen has been released. Emily, wait a minute. Wasn't this out last year? And this is the one that Oliver Jackson Cohen wanted to make his character gay. But it wasn't like that in the original story or something like that. Wasn't that? Huh. Billie Eilish. God, isn't there... There's something about her face that she really does sort of have kind of like the same facial structure as Scarlett Johansson, right? There's definitely similarities there. She's got a new song out or something. Yeah, because if I type that up, and I pull a comparison of them, a little bit. Let me see if I can make that one a little bit bigger. Maybe it's the eyes. No, you know what it is? It's the nose. They got the same nose. It's just part of their face that's the same, I think. Yeah, it's their nose. It's their nose structure. But of course, my heart always belongs to Scarlett. There you go. Okay, what's this for anyway? Michael Mills has directed Vogue's latest cover shoot featuring Billie Eilish. Okay, that's what that is. The Menu is currently trending worldwide because it's streaming today, right? On HBO Max. Hey, if I renew my crave today, maybe tomorrow we can watch The Menu. Ooh, that's a possibility. We'll have to see. Yeah, I like that idea. San Diego Film Critics nominations. Okay, so San Diego Film Critics. Um, there's the lawsuit over at Paramount. And I remembering this movie, they did a good interpretation of it. I think they did. Taylor Sheridan is reportedly producing a new series at Paramount Plus that will focus on a still unresolved murder case of John Benet Ramsey. Will reportedly begin filming in March. Well, true crime is big right now because of Dahmer last year on Netflix. So there you go. You're going to see Megan tomorrow? Yes, I am. Seeing tomorrow 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Okay, so just more Critics Awards stuff. Ooh. Jeez, Twitter. This is why I stopped using you. All right. Can't use that. Let's just do the Reddit roundup, I suppose. And we'll end it there. Oh, right. I was going to check to see if the that trailer is dropped. I'm guessing that Evil Dead Rise trailer is probably going to drop 12 o'clock-ish. And I got to remember to turn off my stream today. Okay, so it still hasn't dropped. But let's go over to the Reddit roundup. I'll just refresh that page. And we got 12 minutes, right? Romeo and Juliet star. Yeah, that's going to be splashed all over the pages today. So that's why we talked about it. Avatar sequel tops Top Gun Maverick for $1.5 billion this week. But you know what? Everybody's been talking about how good Avatar's been doing at the box office, and it's probably going to make its $2 billion. But compared to Top Gun Maverick, it's not going to make bigger domestic numbers. Top Gun Maverick is still going to win the year's domestic box office. Let me see if I can pull that up. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I'm just going over to Box Office Mojo. Top Gun Maverick domestically made $718 million. $718 million in the North American box office. What did Avatar make? Avatar: The Way of Water, only 446 domestically. Because most of it's going to be like the Transformers movies. It's going to be just like the Fast and Furious movies. Most of the money is going to be made internationally. Because here in North America, we're kind of onto it. We know what's going on. We smell we smell what you're trying to do here, Cameron. We know we're on to you. We know what you're doing. The rest of the world, in some of the markets, they just haven't caught on to it yet. And it is a spectacle to them, right? But as I said in a video that I'm going to publish later today, Avatar: The Way of Water, the visuals should become the standard of what things look like. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick is still going to hold on to the title of the biggest box office for the domestic box office. New poster for Evil Dead Rise. Miranda Otto will reprise her role as Eowyn in Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. Yeah, well, we knew about that. We knew that like a year ago. Watched The Descent. Okay, John Malkovich poster. Yeah, we saw that yesterday. All right. Should have seen Speed, 1994, because it was a great wild ride. Yes, it was. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock. I was crushing hard on Sandra Bullock in that ag That's when I guess I first fell in love with her. There you go. As if you guys needed to know that. The Truman Show. So not many breaking news stories here, guys. The Evil Dead Rise teaser, yeah, that's where we saw it yesterday. So there really isn't that much more today that I can really report on. As I said, that Evil Dead Rise trailer will drop some point today. Yeah. All right. Let's jam. It's been the new year. Haven't really done it yet this year. Pull out the old guitar and we'll jam for about 9 minutes or so. I have track lighting. I don't know where I'm going to put the track lighting though, because I got track lighting for a Christmas gift, And I want to do some track lighting. I thought maybe I'd put it over here somehow, and then over here you would have kind of like a blue or purple, like, let me just grab the remote. The remote. The remote for them is like really complex, so I can change the colors to all these colors. It's just, I don't know how it's going to work. I really don't. I guess maybe I can push it here or something, put it up here. If I had a better background, maybe I could put them all up there. It's just, I sit here. I used to stand in front of the green screen and do this show, which I would like to do again. I'd like to have like a big kind of curtain behind me that would be kind of like, maybe I could drape the track lighting down, and then I could put like the green screen over the, that's what I want in my ideal setup. But enough about that. I'll figure it out as we go. And yeah, for sure. All right, you always see those YouTube videos of people who film their material with guitars in the background, and they're like, "Do you really play the guitar?" "Yes, I play the guitar." Yeah, I play. Wow, I haven't played that in a while, and it shows. Yeah. That one shows. Yeah, that was mine. I recorded that song back in the time where you had to, when I was doing it with just tape. So I had to play that song all the way through, and I screwed that up so many times, like I just did now. And I embellished it there. I was just improvising when I was. Yeah. I need to write some more acoustic, just more instrumental stuff. That's what I need to do. Just let my brain figure it out. Oh, yes. They call that the caged method, right? Where you have like a D chord, but depending on where you play it on the neck, it plays a different note, right? Like that's G major, and that's A major. Same fingering positions, right? I can imagine listening to that piece while watching a drone fly over Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I should try to re-record that one, because the original was just very bland. It repeated the. It just repeated that too many times. There we go. That was sounded better. And I wrote that song way before I knew anything about music theory too. So I had no idea. I was just going by what sounded right. I would play, like I would just mess around with that until it sounded right. And a lot of musicians are like that, right? Like Kurt Cobain was like that. Just playing until it sounds the way that he wants it in his head. But now that I know music theory, it allows me to embellish the boring parts where it was like, what was it? Yeah, so where it just copies, just going over the A and the D's. Now I could go on. I can just jam with it now, right? And just have fun with it. Yeah, Puss in Boots, they were playing the version, they were playing the Doors. They were playing This Is the End. And I think it was it Antonio Banderas that sung that song, or that version of it? Puss in Boots, The End. Song. Puss in Boots' Last Wish. That's what I need to do, James. Sorry. And I thought maybe it was Antonio Banderas, because he does sing. Let's just pull out that. This is the end. Oh my God, look at all that stuff. This is the end. Jim Morrison. Yeah, but did he sing on it? Was that Antonio singing it? Shoot. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Well, it's an interesting take. Like, kids, they wouldn't understand where that song came from. The End. Dan Navarro. So he sung it. Okay. It wasn't Antonio. But he did sing it. Fearless Hero. Okay. But I like how they try to introduce like music like that to kids. Like my niece had no idea that was like The End, right? Yeah. Cool. Anyway, do you restring your guitar? Sounds really clear. Yeah, I restrung it last year, actually. Last year. Sorry. Yeah, we're so. That didn't mean to be a pun. Yeah. I put some new strings on it because I was jamming with family members over the Christmas break. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hey, pay attention later on today when that Evil Dead Rise trailer drops. We'll do a reaction on the channel for sure. And if not, I'll be publishing a few shorts on the channel later on today that will be unlisted for, I don't know. Screw it. I'll just post it for everybody. That's what people want me to do, so that's what I'll do. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe. Thank you very much for the 10 pounds in the live chat there, guys. And enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.